and least forgiving sports around. Also known as murder ball, two teams go hell for leather in 4-on-4 action on a hardwood court.
Okay, good evening. Wheelchair rugby is the only full contact Paralympic sport where women and men play together in team and actually promotes women in sport. My name is Jared McIntyre, and I've had the privilege of being a national athlete as well as a member of the National Council since 2011. In this duration, it's been a frustrating and sad story for me on the other side, in that there are 236,000 children between the ages of 5 and 19 in South Africa, in 453 schools around the country, and we're not reaching them. So, like sport, has the potential to really impact people's lives and uplift communities. So I introduce you to Real Steel. What we do is we uplift communities by manufacturing fun, adrenaline pumping, life-changing and cost-effective solutions in the form of wheelchair rugby chairs, which are manufactured for children with disability, various disabilities, which are manufactured by youth with disabilities. This using local material as well as adaptive equipment to cater for people with disabilities. In fact, the children who are taking part in the first grassroots level wheelchair rugby development program in Bloemfontein really feel empowered and included in society and in sport now, while the youth who are actually manufacturing these chairs now feel empowered due to the skills development that they are receiving, as well as earning a salary and being able to contribute to society. So this is obviously where our government and corporates come in that can really contribute to this, and so obviously due to the social need of all this. So obviously it's a win-win situation for all regarding the community upliftment, and then also a great advertising opportunity for corporates and government to get involved in, showing their support for this need. If you look at this area on my wheel, this is great advertising space. Okay. Obviously the team to date, with the vision as well as the real passion behind the whole team, this has led to this venture being the flagship project of the Central University of Technology Free State, the Medical Device Accelerator. So with the first 16 chairs being built already, as well as the first module of MERSITA accredited training being completed by the first two trainees, this really opens the door for getting the business registered, getting some more seed funding, as well as getting the manufacturing going.
I told you, homeboy, you can't touch this. Yeah, that's how we living, and you know you can't touch this.
Hey, Jared. Oh. Go for it. So what's the size of the market? So if we're looking at wheelchair rugby in South Africa,
Currently, less than 200 athletes actively taking part, and that's since I've been involved in the sport since 2011. The sport has really grown minusculely due to the cost of the equipment.
There's many other sports codes in South Africa. Why focus on rugby, one? And two, give us the numbers. How are you making money per unit?
Well, firstly, yes, there are many sports for disabilities, but wheelchair rugby is the only full contact sport, and the children especially love that contact, getting rid of their frustration and the adrenaline rush of being on, bumping each other and so on. And the chairs are really manufactured to be safe, to keep the people safe. Secondly, imported chairs cost 120,000 rand. We can sell a chair for 16,500. And that, if you have to look at it over the lifespan of a chair, we're looking at it, I didn't even get to that slide, but we're looking at a 2 rand, sorry, that was my next slide, is that we're looking at a 2 rand 75 per rand investment per child per session that they can take part in over a 5-year investment if you were to buy 12 chairs for a school.
Have you investigated the export opportunity?
That was what I was getting to, is that South Africa is the only country in Africa currently taking part in wheelchair rugby. There are countries that are earmarked for development in Africa, but there's that whole opportunity for that to take place.
In terms of the growth of the Real Steel team, what type of skills are you looking for?
Okay. Well, I started with a vision, and we actually manufactured the first 16 chairs as well as the first prototype at the Central University of Technology, the engineering faculty. So we've got the whole their PDTS, which is the Product Development Technology Station, as well as their innovation services, QTIS, involved, as well as their Idea Gym, which is a launch pad for introducing entrepreneurs into the market. Yeah.
I mean, you made it seem as if there's other young people that are disabled that are involved in your business, but your slide says you only have 2 current workers and you only need 4 additional.
Well, that's currently, I'm still using some of my seed funding I used from TIA to be able to pay those guys to go through training and to be able to earn an income to get to come and help manufacture the chairs and so on. Whereas if we need to reach the market, we will need a minimum of an additional 4 guys. Because at the current rate of production, we're going to take 20 years to be able to get to impact the people that we need to.
Where are you currently manufacturing?
In Bloemfontein.
Other than manufacturing for export, how do you see you making this business financially sustainable?
Well, it's more than just the financial side, it's the social side and empowering people. But with the volumes that we're looking at and the prices that we're asking, it's definitely a sustainable and viable product. Yeah.
Quickly, to date, how many chairs have you manufactured?
16.
16. And what have you done with the proceeds of that?
We're still looking for people to buy that.